If you have been building with Uno platform, you know it's powerful. But today we are stepping into the next generation of .NET development. We are going to explore Uno Platform Studio Pro. This isn't just a designer, it's an AI integrated environment designed to automate the most tedious parts of building apps. We are going to dive deep into the two biggest features that have everyone talking: the hot design agent and the dual layered MCP system. My name is Ronak and you're watching Vector Art. And for those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. It motivates me to create more such videos. Here I have Visual Studio open and the project Vector Dash, which we have been working in my past videos. So if you haven't checked that out, please do check it out. It has some valuable insights on how to use the Uno platform and more of the C# features. So here in this project, now I have added a new page called secondary page, which is blank. It does not have any controls. So let me run this application and let's take a look at the hot design agent feature from Uno platform. So here you can see the application is now launched, and I will just go back to the hot design. So this is how the window will launch. It is a blank page for now, and which we will design soon using the hot design agent. So here you can see on the top right corner, you have this hot design feature. This is a pro feature for which you have to pay and get the license. So right now here I have this feature, and I will go ahead and click on this hot design, and then you will be introduced with this agent tab, which is the agent mode, where you can enter your prompt, and the prompt will guide the agent on how to design this UI. So I won't be searching for controls in the toolbox or writing manual XAML tags. I will describe my intent in a form of a prompt to this agent, and this agent will fetch the correct toolkit components, applying styles, and setting up the layout, which are as per the Uno guidelines and the Uno documentation. So let me go ahead and enter in my prompt. And here I have added a weather summary card with a glass morphic background, a large temperature display, and a 3-day forecast grid. So let me click on generate and see the magic happen. Also, you can see here on the right hand side, right now it is a bit blurred because the agent is running, but here you can see this page did not have any elements. If it had elements, it would have been populated over here, and the toolbox has all the tools that you can make use of in the runtime. So as you can see, our design is ready, and you can choose to either apply or discard the design. And once you apply, and I'll click on OK, the tool will apply these changes to the code, and you will have the XAML ready, which you can update as per your needs. So this is not just a mockup; it's real, and it is an editable code being injected in your project in seconds. So here if I go back to my code, and here you can see if the secondary page has been updated to add all of these new controls that the agent came up with. For years, the biggest pain point in cross-platform .NET development has been the lack of reliable visual. What you see is what you get designer that actually works across Windows, web, and mobile. The hot design agent solves this by bypassing the old drag and drop limitations. Instead of fighting with a static canvas, you just tell the AI what you need, and it renders the visual and the code simultaneously. Also, here on the top, you can view the form factor and zoom the application and view it in different scenarios. For example, how it looks on a mobile, how it would look on a tablet, how it look on a PC, and so on. You can also play around with the zoom, auto fit, and other height and width possibilities. So here on the design mode, we have our secondary page, and before it was blank, it did not have any child elements. But now that the agent has added all the UI controls, you can see over here it has all the elements added, and you can click on each of these elements and make changes to the properties of it. You can also change the color and so on. So this is all on the runtime, and these changes will reflect as on the XAML once you in an instant whenever you change the properties of these XAML controls. Now, let's talk about the secret sauce, MCP or the Model Context Protocol. You can use any AI agent you like, but Uno provides a specialized Uno MCP. Think of it as an expert brain. It contains the entire Uno documentation and architectural best practices, ensuring the AI gives you the code that actually follows the Uno standards. To look at it, so here I have the agent mode on, and I have the agent. Model GPT-5, and here if you have a small select tools icon on the right, which you can click and select the Uno MCPs. So I will go ahead and select the MCPs here. While the Uno MCP provides the brain, the App MCP provides the eyes and hands. It gives the AI interactivity with your specific project. Now the AI can see your unique files, understand your logic, and literally reach out to interact with your code. And I can ask it to connect this UI to my existing weather service. And because it has the hands inside my project, it knows exactly how to wire up it and without me copying and pasting a single line. So let's try this by asking the agent. So I have written a prompt, wire up the secondary page, which we have created and designed using the hot design agent to the existing weather service and make use of the existing weather service to fetch the weather data. Right now, it is some static data in the XAML. If I scroll up over here you can see the JSON source, and it is displaying the static data. So I will leave my view over here and click on this send, and you will see that the agent will make use of the tools provided by Uno and make changes to the code and wire up the XAML with the weather service. So right now it is reading the project, it is reading the weather service, it is reading the secondary page code, and also the main view model and the weather models. So it is basically reading all the files that are there in this project and trying to figure out the best possible way to connect this using the best practices provided by the Uno MCP and the App MCP. So now that it has analyzed, it has started making the changes. And the first thing that you see over here, it has removed the static data. I will just click on keep the changes. And also it must have made changes to the XAML. So it has, so sorry, not the XAML, but the code behind. And here you can see it has added some code in the code behind. I will keep those changes as well. And now if I read the chat, you will see that what has changed. It has removed the static from JSON data context. It has set the page data context to main view model. It has triggered the view model to fetch weather data using the command, and also made some changes. So it is also telling me how to test this. So I need to run the app and navigate to the secondary page. The page will call the weather service and update the UI when weather data is returned. So let's try running the application. Here you can see our project is now running and fetching the data with the default value that is there in our model. So if I go back to my view model, here you can see the city name is London, and that is what it is fetching the data for. So you can also make it dynamic by adding a search bar and providing the city name parameter with the name that was entered in the search box, and that way you will get the latest weather. So let's try and change some properties and see the visual designer update um, instantly. So let me go to the hot design back, and here on the design tab we have our controls, and let me go and double click on the temperature text box over here, which is now selected. After I double click, you can also traverse through the tree of controls and select the control that way. So here I have just minimized it, and here I have found the control for our temperature textile in our XAML. And you can see as soon as I change the font size over here to 150, you will see that it is updated instantly in the XAML. And this basically bridges the gap between the visual designer and the raw code, which is now bi-directional. So in Studio Pro, you don't have to choose between visual or code. You get both in sync. So you change a property in the designer and the XAML updates instantly. Tweak the XAML and the designer reflects it instantly without any recompiling. After spending some time with these features, it's clear that AI in dev tools is no longer a gimmick. It's a force multiplier. Uno Platform Studio is tackling the boilerplate problem head on. Whether you are a solo developer or a part of a big team, the speed at which you can go from an idea to a functioning UI is incredible. Hope you all liked watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.